Jay, bad luck tonight, but what a tremendous performance by our lads.
Yeah, it was, and it was a performance in almost so unlike us in the sense of we've spent years being solid and dependable and relying on teammates, and I mean I don't know if you guys have followed our team over the years, but it's been, particularly in the big games, it's been 1-0 wins, it's been 2-0s, and so. But I kind of expected that tonight because we know MAIDSTONE, they know us, and we know they've got individual talented players in their side, as you can see from some of the individual goals that they scored, and we kind of expected it. Particularly we had Louis, our centre half, drop out ill, really sort of hour and a half before kick-off. Ollie Baker, who's the Kent under-18 captain centre half, not available today through an ankle injury. So with those two missing, it was always going to be a little bit. Well, it's not making excuses, but we haven't been able to keep a consistent back line yet so far this year. So it was a good performance, and we entertained a little bit. And we're not used to doing that over the years, but I'm proud of every single one of them there today. They've kept going, and I'm sure you noticed we played the last 40 minutes with 10 men there. So we're still creating chances in the last half an hour. So we've just said to them in the dressing room, be disappointed, but this is the start of our journey, if you like. We're 2 months into our under-17 season, really, and if we keep going in 12 months' time, we're going to be a force.
Well, you should be proud of them because for that last, that 35 minutes when you were down to 10 men, we were down to 10 men. I think we actually probably created more clear-cut chances than MAIDSTONE. Possibly.
I mean, we had 5 centre forwards on the pitch, so that helps. But I mean, because we're a goal behind with 3 minutes to go, so we flood all of our forwards on, and then when we equalise, I think, oh, crikey, how do we reorganise this into something that can play for an extra half an hour? It didn't help that Jack Fenton actually got knocked out when we scored, so it was absolutely no chance of him coming back on. And we in the final half an hour, it was literally a case of getting the ball forward to our front men and our pacey players as quick as we can. Our chances were going to be from flick-ons, from hold-ups and people running on, and from set plays, as we saw a lot of goals, and both teams were dangerous from set plays tonight. So we created chances because we played to the strengths of the players that we had in those period of time, even though we didn't have much ball possession. But,
and Sid gets a hat-trick again in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's Sid for you. That's Sid, and we spoke to him before and we said, you can be the match winner tonight. Everyone knows what kind of to expect to him, but it was a different Sid tonight because it was a controlled Sid. It was a Sid that was bringing teammates into play. He was a team player tonight, and he was sensational, I thought. But he took another knock when he scored his header. I think it was his second goal.
Yes.
He took a knock on his nose, and he was struggling. From that moment on, he wasn't the same. So if he would have stayed 100%, who knows? But he was magnificent tonight. He was magnificent.
Any regrets at all? Anything you might have done differently?
The big one before the game, obviously, Henry Akije was ruled out again an hour before the game, which is, as Wink would tell you, he was sensational agaagainst Ashford the other week. It was a big miss, but Ziad come in and was sensational. So, but I was a little bit wary, is it the right decision? I felt, I was thinking, should have possibly was going to flip the formation, but it worked well for us. It worked well, and in the first 10 minutes you could see that MAIDSTONE, they knew we were going to play a diamond, so they were getting the ball wide and they were trying to sort of get 2v1s on our fullbacks. But once we got the first 10 minutes out of the way, our 4 against their 3 in the middle of the park, we dominated the game, I felt. We had a few sort of lax defensive moments in the first half where I felt we could have blocked things and be a little bit brighter from those set plays, or the second phase of the set play. But regrets, I mean, you can look back now and think I could have done things differently, but I mean, that's easy to say when you've conceded 5 goals and just lost on penalties. But they scored some cracking goals in now. In those 5, two of them were unstoppable. But I just felt, obviously, okay, there might have been a keeper error in one of them, but I thought the 2 first half goals were second phase set plays where whoever won the first one, it's been tapped in off the second one. I just felt if we were a little bit brighter, and if we could have gone in a goal to the 1-0, 2-0, I just felt we would have seen it over the line. And the chats before the lads was, if we can keep it to 0 or 1, we win. If you've got to score 6 goals to win a game of football, you're always going to struggle, Jim. As you know, you haven't got to be a rocket scientist on that one now.
One thing that impressed us a lot this evening, discipline was very good. Oh, and to be fair, both sides, they got on and played football, didn't they?
What you've got out there is 2 teams that want to play. You've got 2 good football teams, and I'm not knocking the other sides, but it's sometimes a bit different when a team will come and try and contain you. they'll try and make it difficult, try and frustrate, and that can frustrate us, and that can lead to other things. But you had two teams out there that wanted to play, two good sides that wanted to go and score goals and create things, and ultimately I thought both sides let that do the talking tonight.
And we hardly noticed the referee, which is always good.
The referee was good, and the referee was good. He managed the game well,
yeah.
And obviously that's an important competition for the lads. It's just as important for Maidstone as it is for us, and. Like I say, I think when the referee is as decent as that, and when our lads let the feet do the talking, and Maidstone did well, discipline's not an issue.
No, definitely not. Well, look, bad luck tonight. The lads did really well.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll go on this season to have more successes.
We will do, hopefully.
Well
Thank
done,
you very much.
well done.
Cheers, guys, and thanks for tonight. Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you.